Thank you. Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Future of AI and Health Science Summit. What a great facility we're at today. And what a great day. It's beautiful out. And throughout the day, if you need to take a break and go outside, we invite you to go outside and enjoy the gardens. If you need to take a phone call, you could do it there. There's also an overfill room here to the right. So feel free to be able to use that room as well. My name is Chris Holliday. I am the Chief of Partnerships for the Washington Public Health Department. I am co-chair from DOH, and Peter Tarzi-Hornock is the co-chair from UW, and we're just happy to have this partnership and be able to get together with everyone today. And before we get started, I'd like to do a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge the Coast Salish people of this land, the land which touches the shared waters of all tribes and bands within the Duwamish, Puyallup, Squamish, Tulalip, and Muckleshoot nations. It is my pleasure to introduce Hillary Godwin, Dean of the Public School of Health and for the University of Washington, who will formally kick off our summit. Dean Godwin.
Yeah, little high for me. So thanks, Chris. I'm super excited about today and want to echo your thanks to the organizing team, not just you and Peter, but everyone who served on the organizing committee. Thank you so much for your hard work over a very short period of time to get us all here in the same room. One of the most important lessons that we learned from the pandemic was how important partnerships are, and specifically how important it is that those partnerships be formed before we hit the moment of crisis. And this is one area where I feel like in Washington State, we were so fortunate to have the academic health department relationship with DOH and the University of Washington in existence prior, and just decades worth of collaboration. But I also want to give a shout out to Janet and Bryant, who really pulled together and pulled in the tech industry to really make a difference, not just for our state and the region, but for all the other states that then used the systems that you developed. So coming out of that realization, Dr. Shaw and I were talking about what could we do to sort of make sure that we're continuing to build on those strengths and lay a foundation for the future and for innovation going forward. And so what we settled on was to really pull in the other health science schools at the University of Washington and other academic institutions in our region into that collaborative partnership. And also to make sure, and this is where Chris, I have to say, so Carrie Evans, who's here somewhere, Carrie, thank you for all the work that you've been doing in terms of pulling together academic public health across our state. You've been amazing. And Chris, likewise, huge thanks to you for all the work that you've done to really pull in the tech sector and industry into making this a much richer partnership. It's not just like the two parts of public, the health department and academic institutions, but pulling in the private sector as well. And so for me, this summit really epitomizes that effort. We're really here today to try and build those relationships in an area where I think we all recognize there's incredible potential for innovation and incredible potential for revolution for our fields. So I'm really thrilled to have everyone here today. So grateful for the partnerships with all of you, and hope that all of you will enjoy the beautiful surroundings here at the Center for Urban Horticulture. If you get a chance during the breaks, please do some nature bathing and enjoy walking around the gardens. I also want to point out just on this side of us is a working farm that's run by the University of Washington that supplies produce not only for our housing and food systems, but also is where our students who are interested in sustainable agriculture come to train. So lots of beautiful things to enjoy here. Just happy to see everyone and hope that you make lots of new friends and have great conversations throughout the day. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my friend and colleague, Umair Shah, Secretary of Health for the great state of Washington.
Thank you, Dean Godwin. Thank you, Hillary, for that. Not like that was, she's two people. I didn't mean that to, that sounded like a little strange, a little schizophrenia, and came into my, I was like, wait a minute, Dean Godwin is Hillary. So thank you so much for those kind words, and thank you for kicking us off, and thank you for your incredible leadership and partnership and enthusiasm for the work ahead, and also the partnership that we continue to have. I can't say enough about this convening, and you all have been selected. There's a lot of people out there, incredible number of people out there that are interested in this work. We could have filled this room and maybe 10 others, and we could have had not just one day, but an entire week for this conversation. And you are here because you bring an incredible amount of talent, expertise, and experience to today. And that's what we're going to ask of you, is to bring that experience and know-how and knowledge to the table so we can be successful together. As Hillary mentioned, we have had an incredible partnership with University of Washington, and particularly not just an incredible number of schools there, but the School of Public Health. We obviously are a public health agency, so it makes sense. School of Public Health is a public health school, so that makes sense. But the reason it really makes sense is because ultimately we believe in health. We believe in well-being, and we believe in everything that we need to be doing together for the betterment of not just our sectors, but the people of Washington, the people of the region, and the people across the country and the globe. And that's why this is such an important convening today. Just to underscore that a bit, Chris was kind enough to, I left my apple over in the wrong table. So how many have heard of our initiative that we launched just a few weeks ago called Be Well Washington? Yeah? So about half the room, which is great. So the other half, we're going to ask you to go to the table that's there to really appreciate a lot of the materials that we have. I was told that we don't have the actual apple today. We have stress balls, but not stress apples. But this is one of our incredible opportunities for really thinking about health and wellness from across the spectrum. And why I bring this up is that we really believe so strongly in the importance of these four pillars, that health and wellness is about ultimately movement, nourishment, emotional well-being, and social connection. And that, we're like, well, this is a health AI summit. Why does that have anything to do with this? Because all of these pillars resonate with what we are trying to do. We are trying to bring people together for health and wellness, for protections, for improvements, for enhancements, to really underscore how their lives can be better. And that's what this is all about. So just really excited about that. And so please learn more about it. It's powered by partnerships. I love that. Powered by partnerships. And there's obviously our website, bewellwa.org. Please do your best to really think about how you can find your apple and inspire yourself as well as the people around you for better health across not just our state, but well beyond. Today also brings academic, public, and private sectors in today's convening. we absolutely have to move forward. The pandemic has been so difficult, and that's actually one of the reasons why we launched Be Well WA, that we know that the last several years have been very, very difficult for all of us in our communities. This is a positive way for us to be thinking about the future. It's also important for us to be thinking about what are the challenges that AI bring to the table, and how we don't get stuck in the challenges or the impediments or the barriers, but we overcome them. And the only way you can overcome them is if you work together, or when you work together. And that's what today is about. There was a recent article on Health Affairs, and I wanted to just say that it said that AI has the potential to revolutionize health by making it easier to communicate with the public, increase organizational performance, and generate novel insights into complex health problems. That is the reason we're here today. The challenge that we have is to remind everybody that it's a tool. It may be a tool and a bridge for the future that may be here already. It is here already. But it is a tool that we all must master together. So, in that spirit, now that I'm going to get a little energy in the room here, in that spirit, I wanted you to know that I decided to get AI to help me with I don't want to call it a joke, but it was a joke. So on the drive up, I asked AI to sort of bring something, maybe a short little comedic moment of how health and AI come together, and something about intelligence. So here's what the at least ChatGPT, sorry, is the only one I could use here, about my family and intelligence and me. Okay, this is not going very well, but my family always says AI is better than no intelligence whatsoever, which they claim I'm living proof of. The fact that I can actually identify a few of the laughs in the room. I'm looking at you. I see you back there. And okay, that was louder than I thought. So it's great to be here where intelligence, artificial or otherwise, is finally on my side. Mic drop moment. Hillary also mentioned about the incredible people that she recognized. I also want to recognize Carrie, Chris, Les in the back. Les Becker is our Chief of Innovation and Technology. So many others. Dr. Karras is here as well. And Janet on the UW side. Hillary, Peter, thank you for co-chairing this. Really appreciate the opportunity. And so many other people at Department of Health and UW School of Public Health that have been so instrumental in pulling this off. So we're going to have a great day. I'm not going to give you any more ChatGPT AI jokes because obviously they're usually directed at me. But I will also, the last thing I would say is I want to thank a lot of our partners who have come from far and wide, from across the country. We've had a couple who have snuck in despite some of the airport challenges over the last day or so. So really apologize for what happened at SeaTac on Sunday. But really thank all of you for being here. We're looking forward to having a great day. So with that, let's kick it off, Chris.